No. You go away. You have food. Yeah, you have it. Snickle, you have food over there. Howdy, y'all. I'm Lauren. I am from Hot for Food. Welcome back. I'm here every Wednesday, in case you're wondering, and I've been doing a lot of recipe-ing during quarantine, self-isolation, shelter at home, stay the F home, all of that. I'm gonna share with you a very easy one bowl cookie recipe, oatmeal chocolate chip cookie recipe, that I whipped together a few weeks ago when all this started because I wanted something quick to bake, little sweet treat. I had 2 bananas lying around like this that needed to be used, and I have them again. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity for me to show you how to make these cookies. The recipe has been on my blog, hotforfoodblog.com, for the last 4 weeks, and a lot of people have been making them, but I figured, you know what, we might as well put it in a video because I'm sure a lot of you YouTube peeps have not seen the recipe. So they're flourless, which is good because a lot of people are having a hard time finding a flour. They use oats, so rolled oats. I think I said quick cooking doesn't work, but quick cooking oats are fine because a few people have tested it that have made the recipe and they said it works. They're just slightly softer, but they still work. So rolled oats is the base. Everything else is pretty common in at least a vegan pantry and a regular pantry. I mean, regular pantries have oats, vanilla, maple syrup, cinnamon, baking powder, chocolate chips, nut butter. I'm using peanut butter, but you could use almond butter or tahini. And then flax is the only thing. I always have ground flax because this is a good staple for vegan baking, ground golden flax meal. I use golden flax because it's neutral in flavor. It doesn't have the husk of the flax seed, and so it doesn't affect the final color of your baked good. So it's best to just use this. If you can't find that, that's fine. You can get whole flax seeds, grind them up in a spice grinder into a meal, or you can get regular ground flax seeds as well, which are darker, right? They're brown. Store them in the fridge. I keep this jar in the fridge or the freezer so that it lasts a long time because flax can tend to go rancid if it's not kept cool. And if you can't find flax, you can use chia seeds, but it needs to technically be ground chia. So if you've ever seen ground chia, it looks very similar to ground flax. And it will gel up just like flax egg does. It'll be a chia egg. Another little tip actually, before we get started, I'm using a smooth natural peanut butter, but you know at the bottom it gets really hard at the end of your jar. Just microwave it so it gets smooth and silky so that it will incorporate well into the batter. So mine, it has the hard chunk in it. I'm gonna go just get that in the microwave so it's soft. Don't cook it though, just get it warm. So then what you can do is just stir that hard chunk around so that it's nice and smooth. Let's begin. So first we are going to combine 2 tablespoons of the flax with 4 tablespoons of water. And I'm doing less water than the normal ratio just because I want it to be thicker. So combine that up in your large mixing bowl so that you're gonna do everything in the same bowl, and then just let it thicken for about 5 minutes. And then once that's thick, you're gonna mash up 2 ripe bananas in here. Then add peanut butter, a neutral vegetable oil or coconut oil, maple syrup, and vanilla extract, which you can omit if you can't find it. Stir that up to combine it really well. And now we're gonna add in rolled oats, sea salt, ground cinnamon, baking powder, vegan chocolate chips, and I'm adding in chopped pecans, but you could use another nut or leave them out. Okay, and that's actually it. So now the baking powder is activated, so you got to get these on the tray. So it's about 2 tablespoons of mixture, or what I call like a heaping tablespoon. So it's like 1 tablespoon and then 2 tablespoons on top. And they're not going to spread a ton. So there's 2 options. You can, the first time I did them, I didn't flatten them, but you can actually slightly flatten them and shape them because they will pretty much maintain their shape. So if you have just like big plops, they're just going to stay like that. So aesthetically, it would look better to just slightly flatten and then shape them into a little round like that. And actually, I'm doing this wrong, but you can fit 3 in a row because they're not going to spread. Just like this. give them some space, but they don't need a ton of room. My mouth's watering. I was pretty much in need of another batch of these because I ate the first batch, so this is why we're making these this week. Just for me. So you'll probably need to do 2 batches, or you can do 2 trays if you want, and just place them both in the middle if you can. And if you can't place them both in the middle, then put one middle, one lower, but then just keep an eye on the bottom one. You might need to swap the trays halfway through, but probably not. I don't know. It depends your oven. My oven has pretty even distribution of heat, so I just leave them. I don't flip the trays. Ooh, the cookies are done. They look awesome. I do definitely prefer flattening them slightly, which I didn't do the first time. And a couple of retesting notes, I guess. If you've made these and you saw them on the blog and you've already made them, I did update the directions slightly because I realized the first time I made these, my bananas were not overly ripe, and this time they were. So there's a slight difference. I say, you know, ripe bananas mashed. So I'm assuming your bananas are going to be like the ones I had today. They were more, you know, had more moisture in them. They took longer to bake. So these I actually baked at 375 for about 14 to 16 minutes. So I changed the baking temp because I think that 375 is actually better to get them a little drier. They're not going to be like a crunchy thing at all. They're going to be soft baked cookies basically. So your baking time might be shorter or slightly longer depending on how moist your cookies are, but they're not raw inside, they're just soft. And of course you can taste the banana, the peanut butter, you know, all soft things. Quite a filling and a rich cookie. Healthier in comparison to you know, sort of my classic cookie, which is more like a traditional chocolate chip oatmeal cookie, which uses vegan butter and more sugar. These are a little different. These are more like a breakfast cookie, I would say. But delicious. I just have some chamomile tea here because I'm trying to calm down. I've been shooting all day. Truthfully, I'm kind of full because I already ate food from the video before. And these are filling. But they're really good. So if you're flourless out there during shelter at home, these are your cookies. These are gonna last a long time. You can leave them at room temperature for like a couple days, but then I throw them in the fridge and they'll last a lot longer. The last batch I had for the last like over 2 weeks basically. So if they make it that long, they will still be good. And you can even like, I don't know, you can do raisins if you like raisins better. I think somebody out there made them and told me they put dates and walnuts in them instead. Cool. Like chop up the dates. You could do cranberry, you could do cranberry and nuts and seeds. You could actually make them. Have you ever had those sort of, I used to get this cookie called like a cowboy cookie, and it was kind of like this. Had chocolate chips, but it also had cranberries, pecans, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. Like it was loaded with stuff, so you could totally do that if you want. Actually, that would be a good version. Even do raisins and chocolate chips. So have fun with it. Make them your own. Share the pictures on social at Hot for Food, and make sure you're following along at Hot for Food. Every Tuesday evening I'm doing IG live takeover, Hot for Food takeover, where I help somebody in their kitchen make a recipe with whatever's going on in their pantry and their fridge. So don't miss it. It's so much fun. I have been uploading the edited versions onto YouTube, but it doesn't come with like the on-screen comments and stuff like that. So you're still able to watch and it's pretty funny, but like you don't get that full live experience. But anyway, that's going on every Tuesday. Then every Wednesday I'm here on YouTube posting new stuff. If you have any suggestions or you're looking to do something with certain ingredients, let me know in the comments below. I'm obviously going to only be able to use what I have available, but maybe I'll get some ideas from y'all out there and at least be working with what you have and can offer suggestions. So that's pretty much it. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, please, and thank you. And the recipe for this is on the blog, hotforfoodblog.com, as well as other stuff over there. Lots of stuff to make. You'll never get bored. Plus, if you've got my cookbook, Vegan Comfort Classics, even more for you to cook and bake. Okay, I'm out. See ya.